Hello, everybody, and welcome to Watchful Studio, another product review for Flames of War. Today, we are going to look at FW266C, the Bagration Soviet command cards for late war. The set contains 42 command cards, retails for $10. Let's go right ahead and open the box and take a look inside. The vast majority of the command cards contain items similar to this. There are different types of formations or transports or even different types of builds that you can use off of the Soviet lists in the Bagration book. For example, you can build a Polish T-34 tank battalion or a different type of T-74 reconnaissance tank company. Those are just some of the examples. They give you statistics for these various unit types, as well as the points cost that is needed in order to fulfill the obligations of the card and add these items to your list. The one thing that I thought was of interest is the addition of things like Cossacks, Tanko-Desantnikis, and other vehicle types that aren't necessarily in an army list in the Bagration book. It was a great way to maintain the Soviet flavor of their armies without having to design complete new army lists for these miniatures. Let's go right ahead and take a look at some of the other cards. Here are some examples of some of the warriors that you can field in your Soviet army. Some of the names are familiar if you've played Flames of War prior to 4th edition, while others are brand new. There is a wide variety of points costs for each of these different warriors. Some, as you can see, are quite expensive, while others are a nice addition to fulfill up to that point requirement for whatever game that you want to play. They're very flavorful and would be interesting to play with, so a nice addition adding color to a Soviet army. The last type of command cards are almost like strategy cards where they're played at certain points during the game or prior to objectives being placed. They have a wide variety of points, most of them anywhere from 1 to 3 points. They're a great addition to a Soviet army. They're kind of your surprise part of the game, which can add a little bit more flavor and color to the army that you're attempting to build. So for example, you can see I laid out the partisan raid, which was very iconic for the Soviets, creating havoc for the German army as they retreated through Eastern Europe. Fun cards, and they're not terribly expensive. So if you end up 1 or 2 points short in your army list, these are great cards to add in. So there you have it, the review of the Bagration Soviet command cards. I think a very fun and colorful item that you can add in to your army, but not necessarily something that you have to have in order to play the game. So in many ways, a new player can hold off on picking up these cards until they get a better understanding of not only how their army works, but also collecting, putting it together, and getting ready for the tabletop. As far as stores are concerned, these are great upsell items, particularly at the price point being $10. And normally in most retail stores, I see these boxes of cards laid out near all of the boxes of toy soldiers. Whereas managing a retail store, I would keep these cards up at the counter, typically behind the counter, maybe where you even keep your other card collectible games. So when a customer comes up with their toy soldier purchases, these are nice add-on or up sales that you can ask the customer before they leave the store. I know as a customer myself, typically I'm going into the store to buy a box of toy soldiers or getting paint or glue or something along those lines, and I don't often think about these little tchotchkes that you can add to an army or enhance your play experience. So again, these are small little items that you can keep up at your cash wrap, which will not only help reduce shrinkage in your store, but they're easy to grab and offer as an upsell while the customer is checking out. As a retailer, I would probably carry 2 of these boxes because of the price point. They're so low, it's not going to break the bank if you pick a couple up. And again, they're a nice upsell item as your Flames of War group in your store continues to grow. It may not be an item you initially want to bring in. if you're introducing Flames of War to your community. But as you grow, so too can your inventory and the items you offer your customers. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Be sure to like, subscribe, don't forget to ring that bell, and we'll see you on the next product review. Take care.